So the other day I got this Facebook message from John Bean Hastings, who I always love to
Bean.
hear from, right?
Oh
I
yeah, of
always love to
course.
hear from, right?
Oh yeah. He's a-
Jerry's laughing because I sort of like before we started to record this, sort of built up. Yeah, it's about this person and so forth. So he says, "I have no idea who you're talking about." Now he does. That was what that was laugh was. So he has a card game. You remember the things that he gave us with the switching of the monsters? You
Oh
know
yeah. No,
yeah.
yeah.
So
I totally love that thing.
there's a card game he's coming up with, and he is going to make a promotional video, and he is going to be a mad scientist, right?
Right.
And folks, look up John Bean Hastings, Kiwi Studios, if you want more information about this, because he will explain it better than I will. But essentially, it's a series of monsters that are genetically designed to like to be part switched. It's really funny. How see how I did not do that right? John will do it better. All right, so so I get this thing from him. He wants well, okay, before I go there, I Zoom meeting with him because we've been texting back and forth about this and stuff, and there's just too much information. I go, how about a phone call? And you know how their phone out in that area is like weak.
Right.
He's like, okay, give me a chance to come back to the house. I said, oh, how about a Zoom meeting? So we Zoomed. Jerry, have you seen John recently?
I have not seen him in
He has the most beautiful hair right now.
Is he looking like his
It's like
character?
this long, dude. Is this long? And even he said in his funny ways, he goes, yeah, Terry's jealous of my beautiful curls.
I can't even picture it. I can't even.
It's awesome. It's a good look for him. You know, it really is. Like I'm
so used to more like the Egon.
No, this looks really good. And he's, you know, he said, okay, well, obviously through COVID, I've let my hair grow, but then I wanted to be a mad scientist, and that's a good excuse to keep this too, because you're going to do the whole thing. And we discussed a lot of things. But before we get to that, so his initial thing was essentially since you are the master of puppets in a non-Metallica way, I'm sure you can help me. He's tells about his thing. He's going to play a mad scientist, and he says, any advice on how to oh my lord, any advice on how to construct would be greatly appreciated. So he's asking me for advice on how he can make a specialty prop, and I'm going to show you a picture of it.
I was gonna say, what is this prop? You're gonna hold it up to the screen?
I am, unfortunately.
Okay, hold on. Let it focus. Let it focus.
You can do it.
You can do it. Tilt it down or something. Up.
Almost. You can almost see it.
Almost see it.
So it's that arm.
It's that arm. Okay.
Okay. It's a monster arm that comes from. Is it better if I do this? Yeah. This is the worst way to do this. I didn't realize, which comes from this type of monster. There are different types of monsters that are in the game, right? It comes from this type of monster.
Okay.
And his character is essentially like, is going to be like using it as a prop. Like here he is using it to wave.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right. And essentially, so he's like, so do you have any advice on how to build this? And in simplest form, John, yeah, the simplest way is to let me build it.
Yeah.
Just let me do this. He's like, are you sure? I was like, John, I get to make a monster arm. Right. Come on. Yeah. I'm all for this, man. I'm all for this. So I'm looking so forward to, and
what level of articulation does he want it to have?
It'll have posable. I just dropped a bunch of stuff. It'll have posable fingers because that's something I do standard with puppets and stuff, right? And then it's going to have a slightly bent arm and be stuffed, lightly stuffed so that it can hold itself up, but still be like waveable. And
Mhm.
I think, if there's a way that it can have weight enough so that he could wear it over his shoulders. So I'm going to try to do
Oh, right.
some stuff with that.
Uh,
But it's also going to be some really interesting stuff. We talked about like finger shapes, and I'm going to try some new
Is it going to have
experiments.
any like cabling or anything for
Nope.
manipulation?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just literally because it's incorporated in, is it? It's not corporal. It does
Oh,
not,
okay.
it's not connected,
Non corporeal, whatever.
non-corporeal. It's not connected to the body, so it doesn't move on its own, I guess.
Okay.
Um, so, and I get to put a little bone on the
Oh,
other side.
the little on the little. Yeah, okay.
So excited. Uh, and when he sees this, hopefully he'll see this. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, he really does want to do it," because I kept assuring him, "Yeah, I really want to do this." And then ultimately, through conversations, he was showing me stuff that he does with his I can't remember what that cutter. He
Yeah,
has
yeah. His little his
that cutter system. He says, "Yeah, I can do
laser
that." And he
cutter thing.
showed me some stuff, and he showed me a picture that he made that he tried to put on eBay, um, but he didn't have enough of them or something. So and I was just like, "Dude, I want it. Tell me how
This is
much."
something like his dumpster fire thing that he made. His.
It's one of his cute monsters, but it's in a frame.
Mhm.
But it's actually kind of, its ears are sticking out of the frame, and it's one of the ones that has the
And it's
eyes
leveled.
that'll move
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
as you walk by, sort of thing.
He's done it in layers so that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
So
good.
we're gonna do a trade. So
No, awesome.
yeah, and to me it's like a double good or triple good. So I get a John Bean Hastings creation to hang in my wall.
Right,
I get to make a monster arm
right. Or
and show
possibly
people
two somehow. You made two
somehow.
so that you end up having one on your own wall.
And that's the other one, is that one of my creations will live in honor in the Hastings home,
Yes.
which people who don't understand, there are lots of very cool things in that home
Yeah.
that
You
they
collect some
like to
really
show
good stuff.
people. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then you're gonna laugh at this part. So this is when we're in the Zoom meeting and we started talking about mad scientists and just spitballing. And
Mhm.
so uh he doesn't know which kind he's going to go for.
Mhm.
I can't think of there's like a Boris Karloffy kind of thing that he can
Okay.
do.
Okay.
There's also Doc, what's his nugget from Back to the Future,
Mhm. Right. Now, did you
which,
guys did you discuss and hopefully not cross pollinate your professor?
oh, my professor will be entirely different
Okay.
because
Well,
he's
yeah.
not mad.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I said I said, "Are you going to like go for the German mad scientist?" He goes, "Ah, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of standard, and I'm not really good at doing that." And so then I ended up saying like, "Oh yeah, that's a standard character for me for one of my shows." And so I did the ha 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 and all that stuff, and he laughed. And I can't remember if I volunteered or if I was cajoled, but because I'm scared of it, as you well know. But I think I'm going to be in one of his videos as another mad scientist
All right.
playing the game. And I don't know how we're going to write it, but like, it's his game. It's that mad
Right. Right. Well,
scientist's
what's
game.
his timeline on this? When's he trying to do this?
He gave me a timeline of 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I mean, because if you're both if you're all both vaccinated up, I mean, you can maybe do things together.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna. I told him I could mail it, and he goes, "No, no, no. When I'm fully vaccinated, I'm gonna go see my father,
Mhm.
and in Walnut Creek, and so I'm just gonna meet him there.
All right, cool.
So it'll be really good to see them. They are gonna have a 4th of July party. Um,
Okay.
that may
Make
have
sure
to be
I'm going
cut
to be
out.
around.
So
Yeah.
people. Anyway. Um,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. So what was I gonna say about the mad scientist? Yeah, so I think it's going to be. He said he had a concept of two mad scientists playing the game,
Mhm.
and I can just see me playing that super over the top character, either getting mad because I'm losing, But I think it would be funny. I don't know what his concept is. I think it would be funny that I'm angry that I'm enjoying it because it's his invention
And not
and
yours.
I
Yeah.
should have thought about it.
Right.
And why is this
Right.
so much better
Does he have a
than
name
that?
for it yet, or are we keeping that under wraps?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what I don't
Okay.
recall if he told me the actual name of it, but I no, I do know the name of it, but it's in the text.
All right. Well, we'll
But
let him
yeah,
announce it.
everybody, Kiwi Studios, just like it sounds, Kiwi, the bird, Kiwi.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, dude.
No, that sounds like fun.
Oh,
and I'm
then,
jealous because you got to talk to John on Zoom.
Yeah, yeah, and seriously, dude, you gotta, because it's actually like his hair is beautiful. It's this gorgeous white color. It's just like, why do I have to have all this like weird patchwork? Just go, just do it already. So do it. You saw in the thing. There's apparently different kinds of monsters, and there's one kinds that are these like fluffy kinds, right? And he's always pictured them as orange. And I look over to my right, and this is literally what he wanted.
Isn't that lion color? Is that still left over from that like lion or?
I don't even know what this is. I don't know what it's from.
Okay.
You know how I get people donating stuff to me all the time? I think this was probably I needed to buy something for some project, and this was what was left over. And
so that looks like the color of that mascot that Kaiser was using or something.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like that one. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Possibly. Yeah, like you made like mitts, like you had to make gloves for it or something.
Something, yeah. So I have just enough of this, man.
All right.
Just enough, because it's only a quarter yard. But if you do like that, that's not even quite the size of the arm. So I'm probably going to have to double it. And so the arm is about, so I think that's about right.
All right, cool.
Won't be that thick. And then of course now here's the funny thing. So, okay. Take a soft moment here. So I put together this, so I find this thing, and I know that the hands themselves and possibly claws, if I can get that done, and the bone and all that stuff, is going to be made out of fleece. Now I've got tons of fleece, as you know. So I go through and I'm looking at this orange, and I have an assortment. I don't put green into it because it looked weird somehow. So anyways, I have this semi-rainbow of colors going up and down, lined up like behind this, like one here, one here, one here, one here, like I did for you. Remember when we were talking about the flesh, and I said number them from 1 to 10, and which one do you think is a good? So I said, okay, number these from 1 to 6, starting from the top for the hand. And as I'm writing John's colorblind, man. I'm just working through all this fucking shit. I'm like, oh no, that's right. Here I am putting together. I just sent him this.
These subtle differences.
So of course he goes, I'm liking the one that's down there. I said, that's a purple. And he because it's amazing. His color schemes are brilliant. Once he knows what it is, he knows how to work it all together.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, hold on, let me go show Terry. So, and she goes, she likes the purple one, but she always chooses the purple one.
Right.
So it's going to have a beautiful purple hand. That's going to be super cute, monstery.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have some black nails and slightly bent arm. So I'm going to create a little dart, and I'm going to hand sew the whole thing. Just make it like primo.
Yeah. Nice little meditative thing too.
For folks that don't know, if you sew fur in a machine, it'll fold the nap into a seam, and you'll just see this. It looks like a big part. It can be useful if you're making a big part.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise you have to like pull out every piece of, and it's nonsense. Better to just zen in front of the TV and
right. Nice meditative thing. Yeah.
Yep. But that's a lot of hand sewing.
All right.
Not as much as the Mouse King, but it's good. So yeah, I'm really excited. I wanted to
looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome. Look for it, people.